And welcome in to the Rob and Kale Show. I'm Rob Sanders. Thanks for joining us this evening. My buddy is in the upstate. He's the best damn Gamecock YouTuber on the planet. I did not know this until yesterday. The man has got the damn dance moves. Mr. Carolina Jackpot, Kale Hall. What's up, buddy?
Rob, how are you doing tonight?
So I'm doing great. And I'll tell you what happened yesterday. Okay? We're going to talk about the fact that Georgia mouth pumped Clemson into the oblivion. We're going to talk about the fact that Old Dominion decided to hang around and what happened in that game with South Carolina. But I'm sitting in the studio at WVOC Radio in Columbia yesterday, right? And it's myself, and we got like two other people that are there. Christopher Thompson walks into the studio, though, and I pull up on my laptop Kale's live stream. I hadn't been watching Kale's live stream. Now, there were people that were watching Kale's live stream that were messaging me, "Are you watching Jackpot's live stream?" Nah, dude, I'm working, motherfucker. I got shit to do. No disrespect to Jackpot, but I'm trying to keep a damn radio show on the air here. So I flip in, and Jackpot is literally twerking his ass off. I've never seen Jackpot move that fast in my life. And Christopher Thompson looks over my shoulders like, "What are you watching?" And I'm like, I'm gonna like throw it away like I was watching porn or some shit. Because there's Jackpot doing his twerking shit. Some Tennessee fan to go fuck his mother or something to that effect. It was.
Well, they probably take me up on that.
It was classic Jackpot yesterday on the show. I'm gonna try to do a remix on that. If I can repull those videos, I will do a remix on that, and we will go from there. But that's the first part of the Jackpot live stream that I got for 2024.
Yeah, you can get on there. You'll have to get the links to them because they've been set to private. But
well,
still
do you have a problem with me remixing those, Jackpot?
No.
Okay. Because if so, then that's fine. But the part where Jackpot's shaking his
I called
hand,
into the Uncle Lou stream too.
I missed that.
He called me actually, and then I called him back because I mistreated Lou. Because I looked at the number of people watching, I didn't think there were enough people watching. I said, "Is he doing a live stream right now?" I'm like, "Oh, that fucking figures." I was like, "That's why nobody's watching this one." I'm like, "Why does he have the damn monopoly on the streams on Saturday?" And Tuesday, it always happens at the same time as mine, which is fine. People have their choice of what they can watch and not watch. Some people do tend to bounce back and forth between them, but yeah, just, I get a little bit sauced up and I let my my mouth overload itself sometimes.
Let me address some of the folks in the comments here. He says, Christopher Adams is begging Megan, give Rob hell. He's swerving down. Clemson was going to be a close matchup with Georgia. I said that Georgia would cover. That's what I said. Second of all, I also said on the rundown on Friday, we have motherfuckers that knock your motherfuckers out. Yeah, that's what you see. You simpletons don't get it. That's what you're supposed to cheer for. We have motherfuckers that'll knock your motherfuckers out. We don't sit around deep-throating a conference thinking, oh my God, how much of this dick can I get in my mouth to validate my team? We don't do that. We talk about I got a big
who's deep throating a conference. What are you talking about?
The SEC simpletons. They don't understand you support your team and fuck a conference.
I don't say fuck a conference. Look, here's my philosophy. This is how I've always been ever since I've been able to understand what football was. I always pull for the teams that we played, whether we lost to them or whether we beat them. Because if they're doing well after you lose to them, well, I mean, it makes your loss look a little less bad, and then it makes your win look a little bit better. I'm going to pull for Old Dominion this year. I hope they fucking win 10 damn games in whatever conference they play in, because maybe it will make that pissy performance yesterday look a little bit less like shit, and maybe they were a decent team.
Cocky Twan says, "Let's speak on your piss poor program, Rob. But let me explain something to you.
I'm not sitting up here. I could give two fucks that Alabama beat up Western Kentucky 70-0 yesterday or whatever they did. So,
but let me make sure that I put this out there. I will take all of the shit from the Georgia fans. If you're a Georgia fan, line up. Here's the link. But if you're a suck-nut Carolina fan talking about Lenore Sellers is going to be the best ever, I'm not talking shit from you. All right? You do not get to address me. Jackpot can address me. The rest of you can go fuck your mothers. How about that? Let's start the program with that. You didn't win shit yesterday. You didn't match up with Clemson and win anything. You fucking struggled with Old Dominion. So once again, find your mom and fuck her and leave me the fuck alone. But I'll be happy to take calls from Georgia fans and whatever shit Jackpot wants to give me.
Why are you so mad?
Protect him as a fan. Nah, dude, I've been
why are you so angry? Why are you so angry?
I've been getting hammered all fucking day from people texting me because, I don't know, somehow they got my phone number. I don't know how that happened, but I've been getting text messages all day about blah, 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 blah. Tired of it. I'll be happy to take questions from the Georgia folks, but if you're a South Carolina fan claiming that is your victory, I'm not. Not going to do it.
Well, I mean, obviously, I took pleasure in it and I enjoyed it, but I would rather have seen South Carolina play well and dominate Old Dominion and win by 28 points, and Clemson upset Georgia than what we saw. I mean, to be honest with you.
Let's add Colby for the show here. Colby, what's up, buddy?
Hey, what's up, boys? Y'all doing all right?
How are you?
Better than we deserve.
I hear you. Hey, Rob, I don't know if you remember, like a month and a half ago, me and you were on the show just like this, and we made a bet for $20 that you said Clemson plus 21. I took that bet. I'd like you to pay up, sir.
I have no problem paying up. Please send me the date of the show and your Cash App, and I'll be happy to pay you.
Hey, you keep it, and I just want to say love the show.
Hold on. I'm getting my shit together to pay you now, sir. This is not me blocking any of it. I'll be happy to do it.
I'll message you on Twitter.
Message me and message me on Twitter with the show that it was in, and I'll be happy to pay you, sir.
All right. And Rob, one last question: how did Carson's dick feel in that Clemson's mouth?
I don't know. I didn't really watch his dick in anyone's mouth because he looks like a meth head motherfucker, to be honest with you. So, that's probably the biggest satisfaction you'll ever get. But you're right. He played well yesterday. Oh, he already left.
He was in the fourth quarter that Clemson had the white boys running all over him.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough, man. Down bad.
I said something to you. I can't remember who it was, but Roddy White, the former Atlanta wide receiver, said that Dabo Swinney has too many white boys on the team.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's their problem. No, that has nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it.
Trevor Lawrence is a white boy.
Yeah, that's true.
Jay Rice said the SEC should drop South Carolina and pick up Georgia Tech. Well, the problem with that is you had Georgia Tech once before and you didn't want them, or either they didn't want you. There was a parting of the ways in some shape, form, or fashion there. So, yeah, no, you're actually stuck with South Carolina. Sorry.
Yeah. All right, Jackpot. Which game you want to talk about first? You want to do the South Carolina or the Clemson game?
Let's talk about the Carolina game. Why not? Let's talk about the team that won.
All right. Well, yeah, that should be something we do on the show. We can talk about the winners first here. So
Yep.
South Carolina wins over Old Dominion 23-19. The stat that stuck out to me, Jackpot, was this one. South Carolina had 20? They had 79 total offensive plays. All right. But of those 79 plays, 10 of them ended up in a tackle for loss by Old Dominion. So basically, every seventh play, you're losing yardage. That was a stat that kind of got to me yesterday. Is that Old Dominion basically lived in the backfield?
That's not uncharacteristic of the first 3 years of the Shane Beamer era, because at least 15% of our rushes every year have gone for 0 or negative yards.
Right.
So,
I mean, that's an interesting stat, Jackpot. I mean, every seventh play you're losing yardage against Old Dominion. So that was the telltale stat for me. I know there was a lot of Sellers had 22 carries on the day.
mm-hmm.
I don't think that's what a logical coach wants to happen. Would you agree on that?
No, that's a lot of carries for a quarterback.
A lot of carries for a running back. Honestly, right?
Yeah, it is. I mean, he's not a running back. I mean, it looks like to me, I mean, he has zero chemistry with the wide receivers. I don't know what the fuck the problem is there. I don't know if it's because they haven't been in the program very long. Maybe he's still, yeah, a couple of those guys got there in June. So I don't know how much time he's had to spend with them, but Jesus Christ. I mean, he threw some ugly balls yesterday. I mean, I wasn't expecting that. I thought he would look a lot crisper. He looked rusty. He looked like he was injured all last year and didn't play. But that's what he looked like.
Well, there's another interesting stat here too. You had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different receivers catch a pass, but not one of them. I mean, you and I had the same amount of catches that Nick Harbor had. There's that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to. I don't know, dude. I don't know what to. I don't know. I don't know what to.
Man, I'm not trolling you, Jackpot. I mean,
no, I don't know what the issue is. I mean, how is this guy he was a 5-star coming out of high school? I mean,
right.
Why was he rated a 5-star? He can't. I don't get it. I mean, I don't get that. I mean, somebody can't step on your field and make an immediate impact. Dylan Stewart was a 5-star. He stepped on the field for us yesterday. He made an immediate impact. He caused a fumble.
Right. I mean, well, that's some of the good things that we can get into. I mean, if we're gonna make Jackpot happy this evening,
I think it's just he's fast. He's fast. He's fast, and he's he has the potential to be explosive, but he can't play wide receiver. Obviously, you've had 2 different wide receiver coaches coaching this guy up. I mean, they're not. I mean, how many times did they target him yesterday? Even
I got 2 targets on my score sheet, but I don't know. I mean, I may be off on that, but that's my thing is like, why is he not getting more targets? I don't get that either. But look, the stat that I thought would make Jackpot happy: Kyle Kennard on the day, 2.5 sacks, 4.5 tackles for loss. Dylan Stewart, his first game as a Gamecock, 1.5 sacks on the day. Those 2 guys To quote Cam Smith, what drops some nuts, Jackpot.
Yeah, I was real impressed with both of them, especially Kennard. I mean, I think he should have gotten the nomination for it. Well, I watched this other podcast, that SEC podcast that I like to watch with Mike and cousin Shane, and I don't know who they nominated the defensive player of. I think he could have gotten the defensive player of the conference yesterday. I really do.
Well, when I
Took
look at that
control of
though,
that position for us. They say. I mean, he's solidified his position as a starter for us for sure.
the touchdown in the first half or the touchdown in the first quarter for Old Dominion, where DQ Smith, I don't know what the fuck happened to him there. That was kind of embarrassing too. But you take that play away, the Gamecock defense played pretty good football yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
If you just, I know you can't magically wave a wand and make that play go away, but
He's a safety. I mean, what was he doing covering that guy?
Well, how as a safety do you let a guy get behind you? That was the thing that I didn't understand, but I don't know. He was out of position, and but other than that, the defense for South Carolina there were 2 picks. You had 8 tackles for loss on the day, 5 sacks. That's pretty damn solid, Jackpot.
Yeah. Another thing I didn't agree with on the that SEC podcast, that guy cousin Mike said that we allowed like a 39-yard run to the Old Dominion quarterback who was not very athletic. No, that's not true. He is athletic. I've watched film on him. I watched some from him from last year. He did that several times. I talked about it Friday. I compared him like the way he runs. It's like he's a tall kid. It looks like that when Trevor Lawrence takes off running, or would take off running at Clemson, where he looks like his feet are stuck in concrete. But then the next thing you know, he's 40 yards down the field because he's tall and taking those long strides.
Yeah, he gallops. That's what he does. All right, let's welcome Christopher to the show. What's up, buddy?
What's up, man? So,
how are you guys?
Rob, I'm not even gonna give you no shit. You know why? Because I am very disappointed in the Gamecocks. Defense, I like to try to give them a B, but it's probably a C plus, probably a B because they saved the game. I was impressed with the defense. Other than that play that you just talked about, there was just you can't run Sanders and Sellers every play. Like you don't want to run your quarterback that much because he's going to get killed. I mean, I think everybody here can kind of agree on that.
Yeah.
If you run your quarterback that much in the SEC or hell, you play an ACC team, he's going to get smacked. And he took like the fall, I think, in the end zone.
I don't mean to interrupt you here, but I'm looking at my stats here. Nick Harbor made the spreadsheet. He got a tackle yesterday. I must have missed that, Jackpot.
Are you
I'm
serious?
not being a smart ass. He's credited with a tackle yesterday. That's how he made the stat sheet. I don't know what the hell's going on there. That's fucking strange.
I thought I heard. See, I think I heard about that play that went over the top. Was it over the? I can't remember if it was the quarterback's run or no. It was the pass down the field.
I mean, he's credited with a tackle yesterday.
With a tackle. That's not a very good thing, Rob.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying that he made. I'm not. Look, I felt bad yesterday watching some of Jackpot's stream because I know this shit bothers him. You expected more than this, you know what I'm saying? But on the other hand, I'm just wondering, to give somebody credit here, Peg and Megan said from the beginning that, I don't know what he calls them, but he said Harbor sucks. Maybe there's some validity to that.
Well, we will give it. He should have had credit for that one pass that went his way, but you can't throw the ball 8 feet. The ball, like Sellers, got to calm down with his throws. They can't be over the top of the receivers. You got a lot of 5'9" receivers. You can't be throwing 8 foot up in the air. Like you got to hit him. Not everyone was his fault. Now I will say that, but like the fake field goal that went to Brady Hunt. What the hell is he doing blocking down the field so hard? You know what I mean? Like, well, why are you? It's just, and the problem was in the press
Well, but
conferences.
I mean that's an effort play though, right? At least he was exerting some effort there.
I agree, but he should have known what the play was going to be. You know, it was going to be a fake.
What was that? What was the deal with that fake field goal? Why did that? Was there a penalty on that?
Yeah, he was blocking too far down the field. Is what it
Harbor?
basically boiled down to. No, number
Was it
76.
Simpkins?
I think
Was
it
it
was
Simpkins?
76 was his number. Yeah,
I think it was
DeAndre.
Simpkins.
blocking. Yeah, he was blocking too far down the field on
Okay.
the flip up there. But the thing that got me with that too, and I was talking to Tim Frisbee, the former Gamecock receiver, and I'm like, brother, they're bringing that shit out in the Old Dominion game. What in the
Yeah.
hell is going on here? I mean, they're not saving any of the playbook.
I don't know. Beamer said something about he saw something on film. I don't
Yeah.
know.
And then
They wasted it. I mean, they wasted pretty much a golden opportunity to me, though. That you could have saved up for somebody that somebody else. You had the chance to have plenty of damn momentum early in that game. Strip sack, fumble, take the ball in, score, punch it in, make it 7-0. That game should have been a runaway at that point.
I should have won some money on that one now.
Should have been all,
I didn't win
I
money.
agree. Did you guys watch did you guys see Beamer's press conference yesterday?
Yeah, I listened to it until I couldn't listen anymore. Same old shit.
He didn't kick no coolers.
No, I wanted to smack him when he can't help himself. He always has to say some dumb bullshit. He said something about, I know all the gurus that like to break down film and stuff are gonna talk about how terrible the offensive line was. Offensive line, they played their butts off yesterday.
Yeah, okay. That is the line that I was going to talk to you about.
Why are you mad? Because people are going to critique your team. They're gonna do that kind of stuff. And then, but he put all the blocking issues. He put all that on the wide receivers because they can't block on the perimeter. Well, you couldn't block. Your offensive line didn't block well.
Didn't block that.
It took you three fucking plays to get it in the end zone from the 1 yard line.
Yeah. And didn't Sellers have to run that shit in himself?
Yeah, well, it was that was the thing in that press conference. It was like they played their butts off. I'm like, they gave up 10 tackles for loss. How is that playing your butt off?
And some of that is, like I said, you can't run Sanders every time. And they know it's coming. What else are you going to do? You're going to pass to somebody that's going to catch the ball finally? I mean, you know what I mean? Like.
I don't mean to be this way, but whatever you got, man, come on with it because I got
that's it. That's it.
What else you got, man? Just that?
Yeah, that's it, man.
All right, buddy. You have a great day. All right.
Yeah.
Let's bring
Cowpoke Ranch. Thank you for the super chat. He says, "Let me ask Jackpot a question as an Oklahoma State fan. Shout out to the Oklahoma State man. Chat. I don't think we've had one of those here before. Are Arkansas fans always just delusional every year? Mental patients. Yeah. Well, I'll say this, Cowpoke. I haven't dealt with them a whole lot because we don't play them very often. We did play them back in 2022. And I can tell you they were pretty mouthy and chesty on Twitter and pretty full of shit. But we lost the game. So, I mean, that's on us. But so, yeah, I mean, I could see them being delusional and dumb. I mean, they won like 70-0 against Arkansas Pine Bluff, which is, in all honesty, that's one of the worst FCS programs out there. I mean, they're really bad. I mean, I think they lose games like 40 or 50-0 to the FCS opponents they normally play. So Arkansas they're not good. I guess y'all play them this coming week. I mean, y'all should have no problem with them, really.
What have we learned from the Mazodcast about Arkansas? That Arkansas is Mizzou's toilet.
Arkansas is Missouri's toilet.
Yeah, that's what we learned.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, so thank you for the super chat, sir. Speed, what's up, man? How are you?
Hey, what's up? How you guys doing?
What's going on, man?
Good.
How are you?
I don't even. Oh my goodness. Yesterday, I'm at a complete loss of words. I mean, Sellers has the pass accuracy of a stormtrooper. Our offensive line couldn't pick up a blitz the entire game. I mean, I didn't know that practicing for the entire month of May would make you worse, but apparently it did as a unit. I mean, I guess good job defense for forcing 4 turnovers, but we had 2 explosive plays given up. I mean, there's just no reason that we shouldn't have just taken momentum and ridden it the entire game after that first touchdown off the turnover. There's just
Yeah,
no reason.
100%. 100%.
Mike with a super chat. Rob, pray to and bow to the great Dabo. The scoreboard doesn't matter. Clemson's a joke. They are. They played like
That's
hot
cool.
dog water yesterday. Yep. Thank you for the super chat though.
Thank you.
All right. Anyway, what else you got there, Sporty? I was thinking that maybe you students would be getting feisty down there and saying, "Look, let's take some of our ultimate frisbee guys and put them out on the damn field because at least these guys will catch some damn passes."
I had really good hands as a receiver back when I played football, but I'm 5'8" though, so I'm not really tall. So
I don't need to hear all that shit. Nick Harbor's fucking.
You're like a Hunter Renfro type.
Yeah, but Nick Harbor's 6'4", 240 pounds, and
Can't even
world
get on the
class
stat
speed,
sheet.
and is on the stat sheet with 1 fucking tackle.
Nick
That was
Harbor,
all-
you know what
that
Nick
was all
Harbor
from
is? Nick Harbor is a potted plant.
A potted plant. Explain that, Jackpot.
Well, that's a wrestling podcast reference.
Yeah.
Used by one Eric Bischoff. He used it to describe like an office stooge, like someone who's just there, like basically collecting a paycheck, but they do absolutely nothing for the organization, adding to it in any positive or negative way. That's kind of what Nick Harbor is. It's a potted plant.
Yeah, we got a guy who's 6'5", 220, can't get on the stat sheet offensively. I mean, I'd like to point out the one tackle that Harbor had was on a fumble from Sellers that he pushed the guy out of bounds on.
Well, at least he was able to contribute.
This is ridiculous. I think we might. I know it's week 1, but like I think we might go 3-9 or 4-8 after what I saw yesterday. I mean, this is disgusting.
Yeah.
But anyways, I'd like to point out that both. I'm not one of these people that's pointing and laughing at the Clemson performance. I'm pointing and laughing at like the stuff that Dabo's. Well, I mean, Beamer says dumb stuff too. I will be the first person to admit that Beamer. It's both of them though. Like I've got to listen to Shane Beamer every Saturday. Be like, oh, our offensive line played our butts off after we give up 4 sacks.
Yeah, I mean it's so silly. I mean. He tries to make us think that he tries to make the fans think that they're worth a shit when he knows they're not.
Yeah, and then
he's in trouble, man. He's in serious trouble. So.
And then I've got to listen to Dabo to cancel his show before the Georgia game, before the week of the Georgia game, his radio show, and then say on the college. Say before the game at the Georgia Mercedes-Benz Dome, saying, "Oh, the scoreboard doesn't matter." I mean, like, what the
fuck are we talking about? Yeah. Look, if you think that you're going to come on here and get me to defend the dumb shit that he's said here lately, good luck with that. I mean, because I got nothing. He should take calls from fans. That's this whole thing. I'm not. We're not going to do that. That's just whatever, man. That's
one Uncle Lou made a brilliant point the other day about that, about not taking calls from fans. You know, he's had, January, February, March, April, May, June, before practice started, after practice, to make the decision to not take calls from fans. It's a pretty bad look to decide he's not going to do it the week right before the Georgia game. It's kind of like he knew what was going to happen yesterday, right?
Yeah,
right.
That's one of the things I heard Lou say.
Can't defend it. So look, there was also I don't know the way that I can describe it. Klubnik is terrible, but not to defend him at all, but it seemed like there was just shitty plays called too. I mean, they were able to get a little bit of traction on the ground when they would run the stretch play with Maffa, and then they go away from it. I mean, he was getting right at 4 yards a carry on that stretch play in the first half. But hey, let's not keep running that until Georgia does something to adjust. In the end, none of that mattered, though. Georgia was just the better team. They scored on, 4 of their 5 possessions in the second half?
100%.
It makes you feel any better, Rob. As bad as you think Clemson's offense looked, and as bad as you think that Clemson is, y'all are still going to beat us come November.
I didn't know Uncle Lou was on board. Uncle Lou, welcome to the program. Let's see, there you go. What's up, buddy?
Hey, what's up, Uncle Lou? How you doing, buddy?
How's he on? He's streaming the other game.
Is Jackpot mistreating me?
No, not at all.
I didn't see that you were down there.
I'm
Lou.
doing good today, Lou.
Rob, has Jackpot been mistreating me on this show?
No, sir. Jackpot wouldn't mistreat you. Come on now.
What? Jackpot, tell him he mistreated me yesterday multiple times.
I did.
Did he shake his ass at you like he did the Tennessee fans? Because that was
no. He bad-mouthed me for no reason. I all I do is tell people how great Jackpot's live streams are, and he does the best live streams on YouTube. That's all I do. And then he gets over there and gets mad at me because I'm live streaming the Florida-Miami game. Rob, I told him, I said, look, man, nobody wants to watch South Carolina and Old Dominion. It's not because the game is streaming the South Carolina Old Dominion game. On top of that, he thought Old Dominion was in Arkansas. Rob, tell him that Old Dominion is in Virginia.
Yeah. I mean, some people thought their mascot, the monarch, was just the butterfly too. So
come on, man.
Got nothing for you on that, sir.
Jackpot, I love you. Rob, I like you.
Well, I appreciate that, sir. And
I like you. It's just I like Jackpot a little bit more.
Well, I'd like Jackpot more too, to be honest with you.
I mean, you have people you like and then you like more, don't you?
Yeah, Jackpot shakes that ass. I'm not shaking my ass.
Look at this other guy on the bottom.
Yeah, Lou. I know who you are.
Is
for a while, man.
I like him third.
Appreciate it. What if I told you I lived in the Augusta area?
At South Carolina, so
third out of the 3 people on here.
Very entertaining, sir.
You say you live in the CSRA?
Yeah, I live in North Augusta, and I go to USC. Yeah.
Which one, Aiken?
No, Columbia. USC Columbia. The place you toured in 2015.
You're driving an hour to school, man. What are you doing? Nobody drives an hour to go to South Carolina, man. Come on, man.
I'm a certified master.
He's second team ultimate frisbee.
Yes, second team ultimate frisbee.
Yeah, you look like
second team ultimate frisbee.
This LSU defense is horrible.
How high are you right now?
No,
He's not high. He doesn't live in Asheville.
Well, that's why you're second team, then, man. Come on, light one up, dummy. Come on, you can't play frisbee without smoking weed. What's wrong with you?
What's funny is he's not even wrong. What's funny is he's not even wrong.
Yeah.
I bet if you played ultimate frisbee for UNC Asheville, you'd be high as hell.
It's funny that you bring that up because I've played against UNC Asheville before. So
yeah, they beat you too. They don't remember it though. All right, guys, great show per usual. Jackpot, I'm always listening, buddy. I'm always listening.
All right.
Keep that in mind next time.
Yeah.
That was very disrespectful. Right, I love you guys. I'll talk to y'all later.
Love you too, Lou.
Right. There you go. Lou joining the program.
Man, that made my night right there.
Well, he gave you some good advice. You should get high before you way to help out the youth there, Uncle Lou. Way to
Don't
help
worry.
out the youth.
I was gonna say I've done that before. I don't plan on doing it again.
Your mama
Right.
watches the show. You better not be saying that shit.
No, I don't do it anymore. Like,
Mm.
college is about experimenting.
Yeah, okay. You say that like you've said that a couple different times. Like, this is how I ended up with, the walk of shame. Come on now, Sporty. All right, man. Appreciate you coming in this evening, buddy.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, there you go. Let's see here. Who's next? Billy's next. Oh, JH is next. Sorry. JH, what's up, buddy? I hit Billy's by accident. Go ahead, buddy.
That Clemson's garbage. They're a far cry from what they were in 2018. And Dabo Swinney won't believe in the transfer portal, and that's where you are today. And he's never going to adapt. And the only way you get rid of him is fire him. And the Clemson program's never going to do that because they say, oh, he's got 2 titles, so they can't fire him.
Yeah, they're kind of handcuffed. It's
They're
almost.
fucked. They are fucked in the asshole, and they can't get out of it.
They
Well,
seem to be stuck with him, kind of.
Does JH stand for Captain Obvious this evening? Do you have anything else that you want to bring to the program besides just hardcore facts on a Sunday?
Georgia. Obviously, I love Georgia. I think we need to get better in the first half. I know that was, I don't want to have a repeat of what we had last year. We had problems getting going in the first half, but we always got going in the second half and dominated. I want to make sure we dominate all 4 quarters.
Well, you held Clemson to what, 3.2 yards per play? I think you're okay, sir. I think you're okay.
I know, but I just don't want it to be something like what we had last year because if you do remember correctly, we were struggling to dominate in the first half.
Wait a minute, you lost 1 game last year, man. You've lost 2 games in 4 years. I think you're okay. Come on now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. All right, man.
I still don't think we're going to be undefeated. Like the SEC is not going to have an undefeated team in that conference.
Okay.
Nobody's going to have an undefeated team in the SEC. Maybe the Big Ten, but any other conference, I doubt it.
I don't know. Kentucky looks pretty strong so far.
Kentucky is not that strong, but the teams that are out there right now is Texas, Ole Miss, Alabama, and maybe Tennessee.
What about Mizzou?
No, their strength of schedule is the only reason why they might be 9-3. Their strength of schedule is so weak.
Yeah, well, I mean, they play an SEC schedule, so.
But their strength of schedule is very light. Their strength of schedule is light.
All right, so you can have an SEC schedule, but it sucks, is what you're telling me, right?
It can play out that way, but they still got to play a 3 or 4.
I appreciate your honesty because some people will be like, if it's an SEC schedule, it's the absolute toughest in the country. But you know how that is. All right, man.
You can blame Nick Saban for having 8 conference games and not have 9 conference games because I want to have 9 conference games.
Well, okay. I mean, Nick Saban didn't have anything to do with Mizzou's schedule, though.
No, but he has a reason why we don't play 9 conference games in the SEC. He is one of the factors of the reason why we don't play 9 conference games.
Cool. All right, man. Appreciate it. Have a good evening, man.
Motley says, "Where's Octavian?" I don't know. On a milk carton, I guess. Look,
Well,
I hope he's sick. I'm not saying I hope he's sick because I don't mean it that way. I don't hope he's sick, but I hope there's a reason why he's not showing up in any of these streams this weekend. Because I'm a fan of people who take their medicine.
Well, he's on one side of the carton and Ray's on the other. They just it's a co-op down there, and they save on the milk cartons, put one on one side and one on the other.
Ray is gone.
No, we won't see him till softball season.
Our live stream is sponsored by live stream sponsored by Miller Lite.
Billy, what's up?
Hello. Just wanted to piggyback. We need to keep in perspective that UGA is preseason #1 team, and they're probably the elite team in the country right now. So Clemson's loss really didn't surprise me that much. I didn't think it would be that wide a margin. But let's remember who you were playing. I don't know if that makes it feel any better.
No, no. I'm not one of those. Look at who we play. No, look at who's in our. No, you went out there and you got just plowed. That's
True.
the only term that I can use. So
True.
I'm not. No.
But it's a fact. Look who you played. The team that hadn't lost a game in 2 games, in 4 years? So
yeah, but in fairness, that just doesn't work for me. That doesn't work. You had people spent a shit ton of money to go down to the Georgia Dome or whatever the hell they call that place now. And they go in there and just have to do the damn walk of shame out of there after they're just brutalized by Georgia. No, man. It's not the way shit's supposed to go.
No, it wasn't supposed to, but the other thing is piggyback on it was talking about what coaches said. I watched Beamer be interviewed before the game. Did you hear what he said? The young lady that was interviewing, she asked him about his team and stuff, and he come off with, and I quote, "We're very young and we will make a lot of mistakes." I'm thinking, why would you say that?
Who said that?
Beamer. At the beginning of the game, a TV person was interviewing, and he was rubbing his head like he normally does. He said, "Well, we're kind of young and we'll make a lot of mistakes." I'm going, why would you say that?
He said that in his press conference?
No.
No, he said that in the pregame interview.
The pregame interview on the
SEC network. Yeah, right there.
I didn't see that.
Did you see it, Rob?
I mean, it doesn't. I'm not saying he didn't. It doesn't surprise me that he would say something dumb.
Go back, and I just thought to myself, But I think that's like the only one bet I made yesterday that I won.
The more surprising thing would be that Beamer does some public speaking where he doesn't say something dumb. I mean, that's more unbelievable.
No, I think everything's rolling good. I was kind of surprised at Clemson, but I had them to cover. Yeah, hopefully.
You're a dang-a-lang.
Well, I didn't do.
I told you. I mean, I knew. I'm not being disrespectful, but
you were very disrespectful yesterday.
He just called you a ding-a-ling.
I know. You should have seen what he did yesterday when he was drunk.
I already told you what he did. He was shaking his ass and telling Tennessee fans that they were inbreeders and cheaters and everything else.
I've lived in South Carolina, but I forgot what I was going to say. Everybody around Chattanooga or East Tennessee knows UTC Mocs is not a moccasin and it's not a shoe.
It's the snake.
No, it's not.
It is. A water moccasin is a snake, sir.
Yes, it is. But this is the Mocs. If you look at it, doesn't say moccasin.
Water moccasin wouldn't fit on the uniform.
Look it up. Go look to UTC history and look where the mock come from. It's the mockingbird. I wouldn't lie to you. Google it.
Cool.
Google it.
Well, we like calling them the snakes anyway.
Well,
Billy, you still like South Carolina at 6-6, right?
Yes, I'm sticking with it. I'm sticking with it.
Right.
But I will tell you this, and I hope Octavian was on there because I made a bet with him. Tennessee would beat Florida straight up, and I'm normally not that kind of person, but I'd give him 21 points now.
All right,
I'd give him 21 points. He can't be found. You're not going to see him for a long time. But anyway,
well, here's the thing. I will say this, and I'm not trying to defend that garbage that we saw yesterday in any way, shape, or form, but we've seen a lot of overreactions over the years, haven't we?
Mm.
I mean, just throwing teams down the river, and then they were able to turn some stuff around. So.
Well, I've always defended Beaver, but I'm thinking now it's we need to turn the truck around, and it all begins with recruiting. And yeah, he's got a couple of 5 stars, but he's not doing good right now. The problem is it has no depth.
Lack of depth.
Yeah, and when you're 32nd right now, there's only one SEC team that's worse than South Carolina recruiting. No, he's got to fix that. He's got to fix that. He's got to get out of the state, South Carolina. Oh, that was the excuse I seen today. I was looking at South Carolina, some channel, and saying, well, there's only so many people in South Carolina. Georgia is very populated with football players.
He actually recruits.
I know
Virginia and that Delmarva area very well. So,
but this kid was saying that Georgia's good because of the population. Well, a lot of Georgia players don't come from the state of Georgia. I said, you do know you can recruit out of state. But anyway, it amazes me some of the rationalization and stuff that you see. And only other questions I had why aren't they getting the ball in Nick Harbor's hand? I don't know.
They needed him for tackles, sir. You got to tackle.
I didn't know. I didn't see that, but he's the fastest person on the field, and you're not getting.
I don't know. I want him back there returning kicks. I thought he was gonna, and he was listed as one of the kick returners on the depth chart. It was listed which means we may use either one, but I didn't see him return any. He wasn't returning any kicks. I had Juju McDowell's back there. It's okay. He's average.
But when the game started, I said, "Oh God, this is going to be a blowout." And then.
Oh, I thought so too.
I thought
until it wasn't.
It just wasn't clicking. So hopefully he'll tweak things this week and stuff. And I've never been one about getting on the offensive coordinator play calling. You call a play and I couldn't understand why that's keeping running up the middle. I mean, that wasn't working. But I guess that's why we're sitting in our houses talking to Rob and Kale on Sunday night and not a coach. And I will go on the line and say this, and I did not know this. I lived at Gainesville in the late 80s, and the quarterback then was a guy named Kerwin Bell.
Yep.
Right.
Kerwin Bell is the head coach at Western Carolina. Look out, because he is a favorite son. I mean, he was popular, and he's Kerwin Bell. Let me get off here.
All right, Bill. Hey, appreciate it, man.
The Mockingbirds. Bye-bye.
Nice.
Welcome to the program, Nathan. What's up, buddy?
What's up, fellas? How are y'all?
Good evening, though.
So there's a small caveat to this whole fucking Clemson Georgia game that is very disturbing to me as a Clemson fan. We won the toss and elected to fucking receive with that offense.
Yeah, that's why we lost.
That means from an evaluation standpoint, we thought that offense was good enough to go out there and set the fucking tone. That's scary.
Yeah, I got nothing.
From a talent evaluator standpoint, that's fucking scary. That, Dabo really thought that we would set the tone with that offense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got nothing for that either. Klubnik is terrible.
I actually thought he looked a little bit better than what he did at some points last year.
And like I said, and like y'all were saying earlier, I know it's supposed to be overreaction Sunday, Monday, whatever you want to call it. But, I mean, defense looked good for a half. Can't expect guys to play 40 minutes on defense and hold up. The game defensively played out the way I thought it would. I thought Clemson would have some early success on defense, and it was a matter of can they go and score, say, 10 points or 13 points in the first half, and hopefully you have a lead with 13. I was kind of hoping for like a 13-6, 13-7 first half, and then you try to play keep away, try to extend the lead, because I didn't see the defense being able to hold up for a full game. and there's a significant drop off from the ones and twos. We are not too deep anymore.
Yeah.
That's true. Well, I'm still stunned by how bad the offense was. I mean, there's some players on the defensive side of the ball, but offensively, flat.
And I'm not.
Wow.
And I'm
Wow.
not. I'm not.
LSU.
Or sorry, go ahead.
No, what you got? Go ahead, Nathan.
Well, no, I was saying like I'm not trying to be like the my sources guy or anything like that, but I have some people that I feel pretty, tight with that are around the program, and all fucking off season we heard, hey, the offense has improved. It looks good. It looks good. And I was very hesitant. I was like, look, we've been hearing this for 3 fucking years. Does it actually look fucking good? And you're getting yeses back on stuff like that. And like I said, it's very concerning as a Clemson fan that from an evaluation standpoint, we thought this team was good on offense.
Well, I think that the one thing that we got was Wesco is going to be great. You wait till you see what Wesco can do. He had 1 catch for 5 yards. Way to fucking go! I mean, at
It's hard
ACC
for him to make
kickoff,
catches
no,
with fucking Cole Turner's out there, for God's sakes. Like, how the fuck is that motherfucker?
he had 1 catch for 1 yard. I mean, they can hold hands and put their 2 catches together. But we were told at ACC kickoff by Swinney, Maffa, and Klubnik. Oh, wait till you see Wesco. Wait till you see Wesco.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're dependent on a freshman against Georgia. We're fucked.
Yeah. That's
the I knew that from that end. So, well, it's good to see you, Nathan.
Can someone explain how Cole Turner is a starting receiver for the Clemson Tigers?
Well, somebody had to have that 1 catch for 1 yard, sir.
He was out all last year, right?
I think so. I mean, definitely.
Yeah.
I think he's had like 1 game in 2 years where he went like.
He went off in that UNC game, the ACC championship game.
Yeah, he went like 5 for 120, and somehow, let's crown him as the next 4-year fucking starter on the boundary.
What a mess.
But hey, Kale, at least y'all suck too. That's what I can say.
Yeah,
that sucks, man. You're killing me, Nathan. It's good to hear from you, though, buddy.
Yeah, y'all have a good one.
You too.
All right. Let's bring Harry into the show. Harry, what's up, buddy?
How y'all doing tonight, fellas?
Better than we deserve.
Well, we're here, so that's something. Rob, I understand how you're a little bit in kind of shock or whatever, but am I echoing?
I'm not shocked that Georgia won. I'm not shocked that they covered the spread. I'm shocked that in the second half, our offense looked inept, like to a different level. And our defense, it seemed like they fucking stopped trying.
No,
I mean, that's kind of how it looked. Well, I mean, that's how I feel.
Well, that's how you feel, but that's not what occurred. You got halftime adjusted.
That's fair, too.
I watched intently the game, and it was pretty obvious that we were still trying to find rhythm there for the first half. But your defense was doing a hell of a job in that first half, dude. Y'all are running some stunts and some damn twists that was messing up every time they tried to run. That was no good. And y'all got away from that in the second half.
That's what I'm saying. They stopped with the blitzing and stunning and everything else, and it seemed like they went into the Tampa 2 for a little bit. And I'm like, what are you doing? You know, it didn't make any.
We ran 2 deep safety on you all day. What's that tell you?
Yeah.
I mean,
if you're running the 2 deep safeties, then You're coming up to stop the run, right?
No, that means you're not
Oh.
going to pass.
Yeah, there you go.
We didn't put any. Klubnik wasn't under great pressure yesterday. He was under some. I haven't seen that stat yet. I've seen most of the advanced stats, but not that one because they haven't got them all compiled yet. But it would appear to me that we.
Georgia had two sacks on the day, 6 tackles for loss. So,
Well, I mean, tackles for loss. Those decent stats, but what I'm getting at is we did not do fire on you yesterday. And off the edges, we did not fire on you at all. Klubnik has happy feet. That is half that kid's problem. Lord have mercy. He got the St. Vitus dance back there sometimes. He sees one guy that has an angle on him, and he absolutely goes berserk instead of stepping up into the pocket.
yeah.
So he does not, him and the offensive line, he has not been coached well enough to utilize what he has the best that he can, in my opinion. I mean, he's a second-year guy, or third-year guy. Excuse me, he was redshirt.
I mean,
I'm not
I
going
agree
to
with
dice
what you
on
said, Dave. No, I agree with what you said about, the idea was if this kid beats us, okay. Or we're gonna give him the opportunity to do it, and if he can, then I'm sure Smart would have made an adjustment and went from there. But yeah, it just a terribly called offensive game plan too, where there were a couple of different plays where it looked like Georgia had been coached so well they knew it was coming. A couple of tunnel screens and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
They just knew, and they were eating them up. There was nothing they could do about it. So.
Oh yes, the film got your previous film has been watched. You know that. I mean,
Yep.
That's true. But any team they do that.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's true.
No, people laugh at me, and they don't really believe it. But they lock them kids down when we go to playing ball, and their time is managed to the minute. So you're in those classes, you're watching film, you are learning the whole time. So I mean, it makes a difference, and that's coaching. And that's what got you yesterday. Y'all made some adjustments, but I think that Bobo kind of got it together there at the halftime. He says, "All right, they won't play it like this. Now we're going to open up this part." And so he just dialed up the plays that would exploit the way you were playing your coverages. And we took advantage of your linebackers, and that's what opened the game up.
I got nothing, man. You're right. I mean, I don't even know what to say anymore when it comes to that because it just kept happening, and it was just there was nothing that they could have done about it. You know what I mean? Georgia lined up and did whatever the hell they wanted to do.
Yeah.
So.
Y'all, what I guess the greater point of it all is that Dabo is going to have to do a better job as head coach of getting the tools for his assistant coaches to be as Georgia is. I mean, they're thorough to a ridiculous degree. And, I mean, the Saban model works. And I don't know what else to say about that. As far as South Carolina goes, jackpot, y'all got a ways to go. You got a ways to go.
Yeah.
Well, Harry, thank you for that.
So, anyway, good luck against Kentucky. I've not gotten through the whole film study, but Kentucky is going to give you a problem.
All right, well, Harry, we'll see how it goes, man.
But anyway, you'll have a great rest of your evening, and I enjoyed it, and thank you.
All right, man, appreciate it. Jackpot sent me a picture here.
Yeah, Fireball says Kentucky 35, South Carolina 3, worst quarterback I've ever seen in SEC is Sellers. Yeah, that's a little bit fucking stupid. Yeah, he's not the worst quarterback that's ever been in SEC history. This was my memory from 8 years ago on Facebook. There with my I beat Vandy shirt sticker on the working at Ingles. Says I was repping Boom and the boys today. See, no matter how stupid our head coach is or how much of a ding-a-ling he might be or she, I'm always supporting them, no matter what.
Yeah,
that was his first game, I believe.
I think so.
I believe it was. I believe that was a win too. It was a win. So.
Well, you haven't lost to them in 17 years, so
yeah. That might be in danger now on that. And I mean, and let's talk about them for a second. I mean, what a damn performance yesterday.
Jack sent me a text message that I tried to tell you about Virginia Tech. Yeah, well,
I think a lot of people were surprised by that. I was surprised. I wanted to kind of take them on the money line yesterday. I did place a wager on that, and I made some money on it because I did think they'd cover the number. But I just couldn't pull the trigger on betting them on the money line. But, yeah.
It was not about what Virginia Tech did. It was about what Vanderbilt did, sir. The smart kids picking up
That's
the win.
right. I mean, Pavia was running around making plays happen. I mean, it looks like it's almost like a poor man's Johnny Manziel or something. You know, he's got the fan base excited up there. So good stuff for good win for Vandy.
Now, anyway, we're gonna have let's go ahead and we'll put the games out we're gonna do for next week, Jackpot. These are the list of games for the Callaway's Pick and Challenge. Standings will be updated tomorrow after we wrap up this game. So there's that. I'm talking about the LSU game tonight. So we'll have Georgia Tech at Syracuse, Cal at Auburn, Tennessee and NC State, App State at Clemson, Texas at Michigan, Arkansas at Oak State, South Carolina at Kentucky, Mississippi State at Arizona State, Iowa State at Iowa, Colorado at Nebraska. And tell them what the shitter is, Jackpot.
The shitter game for next week is Louisiana Lafayette at Kennesaw State.
There you go.
Sun Belt versus Conference USA matchup. Well, that one should be interesting.
About 12 fans there.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how we're doing right now in terms of change. I think I've had a decent week so far. Now, in our contest, I believe the line was 10.5 on the Boise State Georgia Southern game. And I took Georgia Southern there, and so did you. I think we kind of got screwed on that one by the hook.
The hook got us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn it. I thought I had gotten that one right when I was counting them up today, but I was like, damn, I probably didn't. But this LSU USC thing here, LSU's just taken their first lead of the game, 17-13. Hopefully USC can hold on and keep this thing tight, and they'll cover the number in this one. But I don't know. I'm starting to be worried about it now. LSU's defense just looks like shit. But neither of these teams can do anything much when they get in the red zone. It's kind of like South Carolina was yesterday. Piss poor red zone offense. Yeah, just really bad.
If the line's up already for the South Carolina Kentucky, let me see if it's up on
it is. It was 7 earlier. It was Kentucky favored by 7. Now it's grown up to 9.5.
Wow. Okay. So when we put out our sheet on Tuesday,
embarrassing.
South Carolina will be a 7-point dog according to the Vegas Insider site. Yeah, Jackpot. Wow. I didn't think it would get that far, but hey, pretty crazy when you step back and think about it. But this is a South Carolina team that needs some work, Jackpot, and we'll see if they can.
Fireball says he won't. He's not trolling. He's fucking awful. worst quarterback in the SEC and maybe in all of FBS football. Okay.
I don't think he's the worst quarterback in.
No, I think that's ridiculous. I was very disappointed in his play yesterday, but I'm not sold on that. He's going to improve. I mean, how much? I don't know, but
well, it's a long season too, and there's quarterbacks that come out and they it may take time for. Nobody's going to come out and own the world in their first day anyway.
Y'all keep him then. I hope you do. Okay, we will, motherfucker. You keep your damn Polynesian toothpick too. Yeah, fuck off. Fuck off. Go out and beat a goddamn nobody FCS fucking team 69-3. Oh, goddamn, we're going 125 and fucking 0, and this motherfucker's winning the next 6 Heisman trophies. Shut up.
Why is it that we have Kentucky fans in the chat this evening? Big Barney Ross is here every week, but Kentucky Durbin's back.
Kentucky Durbin's back. He's been on a milk carton for like the last 2 years.
Well, he's on one side, and Bluegrass Sports Media is on the other.
He's probably been working.
One of them is giving the other a reach around because we haven't seen one of those guys since Calipari, basically said, "Fuck you, I'd rather go to Arkansas than coach here." So, there's that.
He says it's going to be a long season. Well, touche. I mean, because I was actually looking at your people's stat line, and it wasn't that impressive.
Jackpot. Here's the line. I've been working. Yeah, there's jobs in the. Did you get a lunch break from fucking your, 40-week absence here to stop in and give Jackpot shit?
Yeah, you weren't. Yeah, exactly. I've been working. Sorry, I wasn't working back when I was talking shit 2 years ago when I would come on here, but now I've been working. So yeah.
All right, so Jackpot. Before we get out of here, a couple more things. Florida looked like dog shit too.
I saw Brandon was asking if that girl that plays basketball for Carolina, this Watkins girl, got arrested, and he says for kidnapping and domestic violence. You know anything about what was that about?
I just know that's what she was arrested for. The story hasn't come out yet, but it's pretty hardcore if you're in college and you get a kidnapping and domestic violence charge. You're a student athlete. That doesn't look good at all. I'm sure Don Staley is going to be talking about that eventually, but
I mean, what the fuck? Okay.
Yeah, my wife's saying she's gonna kill my dog.
Why?
Anyway, because he's over there acting stupid. He can't hear, so now he's just over there barking. So there's that.
Fireball says the Gators actually played someone. South Carolina played a middle school team. I mean, well, who did you play? I mean, if that was a middle school team. I mean, what was that? What was the Snake? That pile of shit that you took on? The Snake is down bad from when they gave Kentucky a game a few years ago. They're down bad.
I can't take the Tennessee folks seriously because all they'll talk about is, Florida played somebody, but they'll that's an ACC team though, right? So all the ACC sucks. So I don't get it. What a mess. Napier looked like he'd been drugged through it yesterday too, man. Oof. That he didn't look like he was with it.
He couldn't even open his Gatorade bottle or whatever he was drinking, his water bottle or whatever during the press conference afterwards. He's probably shaking, man. He's probably, I don't know. He's nervous. He knows he's going to get fired soon.
All right.
Poor Napier.
He's down bad. Baylorman says, Rob, who are you rooting for between Tennessee or the Fighting Dave Dorans this weekend? I hope it ends in a tie. From both. There's that. No, I think that Tennessee should win that game.
I think they'll win that game, but once again, I mean, people saying that NC State's going to just get absolutely blown off the field because they struggled for 3 quarters against Western Carolina, and Tennessee dominated the Snake. I don't know. We'll see. I still think it'll probably be a decent game.
Have you seen a line on that game yet, Jackpot? I haven't checked that, but
Tennessee was favored by 7.
Yeah, I'll take
it early on. The line was like 4.5, but I guess a lot of money came in on Tennessee after people saw NC State's performance against Western.
Jerry says, "Did y'all hear about the lady that was dead at her desk for 5 days at Wells Fargo before anyone realized she was dead?"
I did hear something about that.
If she was dead for 5 days, they'll probably dock her the 5 days' pay. She's not going to get that pay because she was dead. That's how Wells Fargo will take care of that.
Said they smelled a foul odor. Really? Ugh.
Well, she's dead for 5 days. I don't know. I have to Google that story. 5 days?
It's nuts.
What is going on here? Yeah.
Now anyway. LSU's got the ball back again, down or up 17-13.
Nice. Nussmeier is out there, and I don't know what his stats are. Let's see if I can pull his stats really quick here. I watched him the first series here, and Nussmeier goes out there, and he's throwing balls and throwing darts, and I'm like, man, I remember when that Clemson used to do that. I remember that.
Well, this old punk-ass John Emery playing for LSU. How many years has this guy been around? Like 15? How's he still having any eligibility?
He's 36 years old, Jackpot.
That COVID, man, there are some people who've been around for a long time.
So let's see here. Team stats. Nussmeier has, let's see here. What do we got? Oh, Nussmeier's 24 for 29, 231 yards, and 2 touchdowns. That is fucking Klubnik won't get that in a month.
Well, I mean, they're playing an extremely taffy defense.
Miller Moss on the day and Jackpot said that he would be pretty good too. He's 16 of 22 for 232.
Yeah.
So I mean, he hasn't thrown a touchdown or an interception yet, but he's playing some good football out there. I look at all these other teams now, and it's like, man, I wish we had their quarterback. But then I would be pissy because we don't have their wide receivers. And what a shithole. That's just where we're at right now. So
they're talking in the chat. Did you see the ex-Florida wide receiver got shot yesterday?
Yeah, that was the guy that you had choice words for him last year.
That was John Cena.
Yeah, the guy that lit South Carolina up last year apparently got robbed. I got nothing. I don't know. I mean, crime's bad. I got nothing for you on that.
That's nuts.
C-Mac attack says Mark Stoops will get embarrassed and eat humble pie again. Jackpot, are you confident going into this game you can get a win? I mean, real talk here.
Look, I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say they're. Yesterday, I mean, the emotions took over, and I'm like, yeah, we're losing by 50. It's awful, but this is how you find out who your team is. It's time you find out what you got. Can you regroup? So yeah, I don't think they win, but I'm not going to sit here and concede a loss either.
I just think that, and I guess just
loss.
You remember the time when it was like Kentucky was a bye week on your schedule? I mean, you had a streak against them when you joined the conference that was like, I mean, y'all were beating Kentucky all the time. Now it's like, shit, we're going up there. We may be a 10-point dog by the time that game kicks off.
No, I don't doubt it. I mean, the way that we've played against them the past few years, I don't know. South Carolina seems to kind of have their number a little bit. Shane Beamer seems to kind of have Mark Stoops' number a little bit. So
Is it sort of like the way that that Drinkowitz has South Carolina's number? I
Yeah,
mean,
it's a little something like that.
I mean, he's won with teams that were less talented than what South Carolina had. So I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, full week of stuff coming up with that, and the Pick'em page will be updated tomorrow.
Kentucky says no injuries this time, Kale, with a K. First of all, it's with a C. So if you're going to come over here and type my real name, at least spell it right. Second of all, I mean, don't you have enough scholarships to go around to have a backup quarterback for that game? Should have. You're like a 10-point favorite.
Jackpot. Don't worry. If South Carolina goes up there and wins, we won't see Kentucky Durban again until basketball season. And I hate to break it to you, but old Quarter Zip is a better coach than that idiot you've got up there right now. I'd rather have Quarter Zip than the guy that you're running out there.
What's his name?
Sir Doofus, whatever the fuck his name is.
I don't know what his name is.
I can't remember what his name is. He's that irrelevant that I don't even know what his name is. I'd rather have Quarter Zip than the Kentucky basketball coach right now.
What is his name? Someone in the chat drop it. I mean, it's been so long since basketball season, and it's so irrelevant in my mind right now.
What's his name? I don't know what his name is.
Mark Pope.
Mark Pope. Yeah, there you go.
Mark Pope. John Paul II.
Mark Pope. The guy this guy's like he's a big tall dude. He's out there trying to do he was the guy that was rapping at like whatever thing where he's out there trying to rap.
You know what? They should have had his tall ass in here rapping while I was in here my short ass twerking yesterday.
Yeah. You guys could have come together and had the rap hit. The Vol suck ass with Jackpot twerking and Mark Pope singing.
I guarantee you, neither one of us like them, so yeah, that'd work.
Yeah, that could have went that way. Anyway, look for the Jackpot remix. That'll be coming out this week at some point, but that's how I got into the Jackpot stream yesterday. I opened it up, and Jackpot's literally shaking his ass. Like, what the fuck is he doing, Neil? Shit.
So what's your thoughts on Appalachian State this weekend?
If Clemson doesn't have their shit together, they could lose that game.
It's a night game, right?
Hold on. Let me give you the exact. I don't want to put out the wrong information there. Let's see here. I think it's at home, so they're not going up there, which is good because everybody would get high. They'd get so high they could be on Sporty's ultimate frisbee team. App State game is at.
I think it's on the ACC network and it's a night game.
Yeah, I think you're right, but let me make sure. Duke and Northwestern play this week. That's the SAT Bowl, right?
Yeah, that game will actually be played in that. They played in it yesterday. That weird stadium on the side of Lake Michigan that they're. It's like they're
Laney and Sharon Martin Stadium in Evanston. So, yeah, no, it is an 8:00 kick with App State and Clemson. A home opener there for the Tigers. So you got to have your two TVs going there, Jackpot, because you got Tennessee and NC State at the same damn time.
That's up to prime time.
This is right after South Carolina and Kentucky should be wrapping their stuff up. So there's
two teams I can't stand going at it at the same time. So we'll have to see.
We'll see how that goes. All right, you got anything else you want to go out there, Jackpot?
No, not really.
All right. Well, we'll have a rundown tomorrow, 3:00 like we normally do, and Jackpot will be doing his thing. I don't know what else Jackpot's going to put out.
Labor Day, so I'll be laboring on Labor Day.
Are you working tomorrow?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, chips don't take a day off.
Got to have the chips, sir.
No, I mean you can't. I mean really, because you have your normal stores that you work on Mondays. Normally, like with the grocery stores, if you work them on Monday, you work them a Monday Thursday rotation, or you work a Tuesday Friday rotation with those. And I've got 2 food lines tomorrow that have to be worked, and then some convenience stores and Dollar Generals. So yep. I'll be at it. I actually got to get up really early in the morning. By the way, I got to go over to our warehouse and load up my truck.
All right. Well, Jackpot's got to go to bed. We'll talk to you guys later on. We appreciate it, and we'll see you later on.